We're back.
He found it.
I had to dig
Found
it
the
out.
thing.
It was in the box that was under the other box.
Yeah, in that one box.
Yeah.
What's
Okay,
in the
next
box?
To that thing. Next to the thing
The other
that I
thing.
told you. It was there the whole time.
Yeah,
told you
Mike.
it was.
Mike knew.
We were staring
Yeah.
straight at it.
Yeah.
But welcome back to episode 33. We are fresh off of episode 32, off of our last guest, and we're going to do a solo trip this time. That's right. You have to listen to all three of us ramble on about nonsense for the next.
There's a trio of us. How is it a solo?
Well, so I consider us family, so it's, the three of us make one half of a whole idiot or something, however they say it.
1/3 of a whole idiot.
Yeah.
You idiot.
Without further ado, let's check out that fancy season 2 disclaimer. Thanks to Double D for making it.
You're about to listen/watch a podcast hosted by a group of friends who tend to use vulgar language and profanity, and also enjoy pounding adult beverages. Viewer discretion is advised. Lastly, we may be making some bold statements. All views and statements made in this podcast do not reflect the views of any sponsors, guests, followers, or any supporters of this podcast. So be cool and don't get offended. Thank you for watching, and we hope you enjoy.
RC racing is boring to watch.
So, I wanted to start out asking a whole bunch of questions that are non-RC related. Blondes or brunettes?
Take the win! Aiden in the 2 spot! A last turn!
Oh, that's Davey. Oh, goodbye.
I'm just gonna try and cut you off again.
I barely even showed up.
Well, we are back.
We had the whole podcast without you.
Right? So the funny thing is here, a couple of these things we're about to go over, we already went over once, but because I'm 1/3 of the whole third of the half of Pole Idiot, I never hit record. So we sat here and had some killer conversation for 30 minutes before we had our last guest of Lee Setzer on. So we're gonna try to remember what we said while not skipping things that we already said. And away we go. So we started
No,
out
that's
with...
funny.
Huh?
Because driving like where I had to go after work today, I was thinking about that. And I was like, what did I say last time?
Which is good.
Yeah.
I think it's better to
Yeah.
forget.
Water in the shocks.
Yeah.
That's all I remember.
Yeah. Well, we're going to get there.
That's one of the
We're going to get
topics.
there.
Yeah.
But I want to start out with catching back up with everyone because we've been on a long break. Our last episode we focused on Lee, and now it's just us. The holidays came and went.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Big changes in everyone's lives. Well, one person's life. So, Taylor, talk. What have you been
Oh.
up to? What's new?
I don't know. Go to work. Talk to you guys. That's about it. And what's new with you, Alex? Sorry.
I'm just admiring your new house.
Yeah, I moved. It was pretty busy. Sorry.
He's going through
Shane
the notes he
Laux is
already
distract-
scratched out.
Now, Shane Laux has texted me now, so he'll
Come on,
listen to this.
Shane.
Unreal.
Jeez.
So I started new job, different state, and I've been commuting since summer of last year. So at least 3 hours of my day has been commuting, just driving back and forth. And my super eco-friendly truck.
The lifted 1500 Brodozer.
Yeah. So I bought a new house back in like October, but wasn't able to close on it till like just after Christmas. And first day I moved in, I decided to start remodeling the house a little bit too, along with try and move in and make it livable. I redid like the dining room floor and the living room and stuff like that with different wood. and also trying to move in by myself and clean the place. I do not recommend, and I thought it would be easy to buy all new furniture. It was a good sales point for the other place. And I was like, oh, I'll buy all new furniture. And I was like, I'll buy some stuff that'll be in the boxes. And it'll be super easy for me to move like a couple things and get going. But I do not recommend that if you're by yourself. I would go to work and then I would try to assemble all this shit in the boxes that takes hours upon hours of just like so I could have a bed. And then after putting several hours into assembling stuff, I would be like, wow, I need to get dinner and I have to head back to Pennsylvania. And so I can pack up a new load of stuff and then get up at 3:30 the next morning so I can drive back up to the state and go to work and do it all over again. I would get a text message from somebody, and I'm sorry, people. I would be like, Jesus Christ, I don't even know when I'm going to have time to respond to these people. Usually just when I'm driving back and forth, that would be about it. So that was my life for at least a few weeks. And then it took 2 to 3 weeks as the company paid for a moving company. But they get booked out, and I wasn't sure when my closing was going to be, so I didn't get officially kind of all moved in with all my crap until, I don't know, like a week and a half ago, something like that. So
That's super dope. The company paid for your move, though. That's really
yeah,
nice.
it was part of like a package with a
Mhm.
bunch of stuff. I could tell you all the other benefits, but I don't want to kind of sound like a spoiled a-hole or anything like that. So,
You already do.
I mean,
oh,
they
sorry.
made the job worth it. I mean, you left your last one, you know.
Yeah,
No, that's super
yeah,
cool.
I'm
That just shows how
happier
much they wanted
doing
you.
this.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know. Now I took instead of working out of the garage now for RC stuff, like while I was kind of house shopping, I was like, where am I gonna podcast now and work on RC stuff and all that? So I took in this house, um, what would be the master downstairs, and I converted that into like the podcast studio slash RC room.
No geo
And
storage.
I'm just gonna, yeah. So, and then I'll keep all my big car stuff, like the race car and all that, in the garage and all that separate. Um, so I have, big tables, desks, uh, toolbox. I got a walk-in closet over here that's full of tires and a couple short course trucks on shelves. I got a walk-in closet over there that's just empty. I don't even know what to put in it. And then I got shelves over there with batteries, shelves over there with mini truggy,
So
drag car. And then I got
I've had
another
some time to
walk-in
think
closet
about that.
with
Yeah,
my Ogio.
I've had some time to think about that closet that's empty. I know what to put in there.
I would say something, the first thing that came to mind, but it would maybe get us canceled off the air.
Yeah,
So,
I think I thought
what do
the
you
Okay,
guys?
same
so-
exact thing.
So something a little more PG, so we don't go that way.
It would.
A tiger.
Oh,
Or a cougar, like Ricky Bobby.
Alex, was
Yep,
your
Or
thing
cougar.
initials DP?
Davey?
No, I didn't think about him.
No. And no. It was
Okay.
it rhymed with what's the word? Snooker. It rhymed with snooker.
Yeah, but I just have different word for it. It's 2 words.
I'm thinking of a DP word, but I don't Mike, what have you been up to recently?
Yeah. So hey, one question though. So I know somebody commented about your wall. I kind of figured it was sound deadening material. Was that
Yeah, it
there
was
before
Dalton.
you moved in? Did you put that up?
Oh hell no. No, it's it was the same like cream color as like the ceiling and the trim that you can
Yeah.
kind of see above. And not all of it's finished. Definitely you can see like around me it's all done.
Yeah.
But no, this was kind of like my goal. I was like just chopping around at doing different stuff, like different hardwood floors and all that stuff. And somehow, like through the Google searches and stuff like that, like the 3D like sound acoustic bullshit came across. I'm like, how fucking cool would that be if you know, I just put that shit on the walls and you know, I don't know.
It does look
And here
good.
we
I
are.
like it.
So
Thank
is it like an individual square? Like each of
Yeah,
those
they're like
11-inch or
uh
12-inch squares or whatever?
they're just under 12-inch by
Yeah.
12-inch. So
No, it
it's,
does look really good. And like
Yeah, and
it's
at
a
least
good
in that
idea.
20 feet that we can see, it looks great.
yeah. The rest isn't even a house, it's just like burnt down.
Yeah. But that 20 feet
Yeah.
is
Dialed.
Mhm.
So I'm thinking now, like, you know, because I live in the woodshed, so like just sound quality. Maybe all my sound problem comes from the sound waves bouncing off of all of this shit.
You honestly sound fine.
Yeah. You're overthinking it,
Yeah.
being dramatic.
Yeah. Well, I'm known to do that. Anyways, Mike.
So yeah, catching up over the last month.
Mhm.
A lot of family stuff because of the holidays. And then been working on one new renovation for my house, doing new water fixtures through everything because they're all starting to drip or leak or nothing like underneath. It's all just, the faucets themselves leaking into the sink, but it's annoying.
You should get
So
some like gold-plated faucets.
they're all nickel. I went
Mm.
basic. But they're nice. I mean, they're all like Delta. They're all,
Very important question.
name brand stuff. What's up?
When you're executing, not prosecuting, when you're executing this plumber work, do you have a plumber's crack or are you just half-assing the job? Well, I guess you'd be half-assing if you had a plumber's crack.
I mean, I thought that was a requirement, so I intentionally like tie my shirt up,
Right.
you know.
Right. And
Yeah,
like
and
loosen your
don't wear a
belt a little
belt,
bit
and-
or pull your
I just
pants
don't even
down.
wear it.
Mm.
Yeah, I just don't even wear it.
Are you wearing pants?
50 times.
Are you-
50-50.
Are you the step bro that's getting stuck under the sink or whatever?
No.
However those
I am
videos
not
work.
the one getting stuck under the sink.
Do you want to be?
Oh, stepdaddy.
Do you want to be?
Okay. Anyways.
No, I don't want to be.
How does all of our
on that
top
side.
go down that direction every time?
Because when only 1/3 of the mind works, the other 2/3 have to step in to reel it back in. It's just a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
But outside of that, RC related, because this is an RC related podcast. I've been talking to Jim and Williard about some unconventional stuff with the B7 that Williard's been trying and I've been trying too, and it's weird, but it works. Yeah, one of them being I don't even know if there's anything to show, but one of them being shock setup. So
Squeeze them for us. That's what we always do when
Yeah.
we grab somebody else's
need to
car.
see
We
'em.
always squeeze it. Squeeze it.
I mean,
Oh,
you can't really
look
tell,
how smooth that is if you're a listener.
you
hold it
can't
close to the
tell how
mic.
soft they actually are, but it's not gonna pick it up because I have filters.
I hear it. I hear it. I heard it.
I
I
can
heard a squeak.
clap and I won't pick it up.
Well, I heard a squeak. You got a mouse.
I got a mouse. Anywho, so shock setup. So it all started with getting the car to not bounce. I think, like mainly when it jumps and lands. And currently it doesn't bounce. It lands, unless you flat land it, of course. I mean, if you flat land any car, it's gonna bounce. But it doesn't bounce. It doesn't get upset. And what we're trying is basically Gatorade in your shocks, the lightest oil that Associated made at the 15 weight or something like that, 200 CST, 250 CST or something, with 2-hole pistons, and it was good. The car was incredibly easy to drive and just felt great. But now I put in 3-hole 1617s, 2.5 millimeter thick, with 22.5 front and 3. I didn't have 20 weight associated, so whatever 20 weight associated is in CST in the rear.
Do you run the flappy doos?
No, not in 2-wheel.
Is there a reason? Like, has anyone experimented with that, or?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I'm honestly only trying the shock stuff because Williard said to try it.
Okay.
So, and
I
it's
wonder
just
if it's
been
because
good.
not many manufacturers make it. VRP makes a
It's
couple.
possible.
Or is it because it's so smooth and like the jumps aren't really like,
You don't need it.
supercross type?
Yeah.
But
That's a great point
like,
too.
but
We're not
is a
jumping
great
a
point.
12-pound e-buggy, you know. so-
right.
Yeah.
But thinking of using light shock oil, in my mind, that bypass would slow the piston down on the upstream, like when it's decompressing, which might help keep it from like rebounding excessively, especially with the light shock oil. I don't know, maths, geometry.
Yeah, I mean it would rebound faster, but I don't know if you necessarily need that with how smooth the
Yeah,
tracks are.
yeah, exactly. I don't know if it's
You know.
necessary.
So I don't know. I mean, that's a great question. I don't know if anyone's ever tried them. If you have, chime in. Let us know. Let us know your thoughts, your feels.
This is specifically on carpet. I don't know if that was already mentioned or not.
Yeah. What? Yeah. I run carpet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stock 2-wheel. What else we do? Found out my motor was only pulling 2 amps.
Oh yeah.
And it felt like it was a turd and was really slow. And would wind out forever on the back straightaway and never actually top out. Now we tuned it to pull 6, and it's it's awesome. It's actually fast, way faster than I thought it would ever be, to the point where I geared down tremendously. But I just rebuilt it. I put a 28 tooth on it. I was on a 31 or a 32. Like it was, yeah, pretty different. Put the 3 gear in it. Haven't tried it yet though. But I just want more punch out of a dig. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I mean, other than other miscellaneous tuning and playing with link positions, and I don't know, every time I hit the track, it does something else different with it. So always testing stuff, always messing with stuff.
How, when you change it, because you're pretty much only racing at Tim's, right?
No, Tim's, Beaver. Like I'm going to Beaver this Saturday,
Okay.
and I was there a month ago. But
And Tim's
mainly
the next
Tim's
weekend.
because it just lined up, yeah. But like I've been to Tim's 3 or 4 times now.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind. My question's invalid.
But yeah, no, it is. I mean, I get the question, because I'm very curious if this is going to translate to pinned racing. You know, because like all of these setup changes that I've been trying has been on slicks. On
Well, my
carpet.
question was going to be even a
So-
little more specific, just saying like,
Yep.
if you notice conditions, like I know the temperature changes, like the temperature affects how Tim's is, which
Yeah.
affects any track. But I mean like grip wise, like if you can
Yeah,
notice the
I would
rubber
say
in the
more
carpet and stuff,
yeah, more so it affects Tim's because you're on slicks.
and
Like the
The
warmer that
sauce.
track gets, yeah, the warmer that track gets, the higher the traction gets.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like traditional carpet to where it already is going to have more grip than slicks,
Mhm.
you know. So but yeah, like even still, even on like the lower grip side of Tim's, I still find myself with too much rear traction. Getting more rotation out of the rear end, you know. Basically not enough turn in, a lot of mid and a lot of exit, but the rear end just doesn't want to actually initially break loose, you know.
like a Techno e-bike.
So, yeah, but different because these carve a turn versus like pivoting.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
versus like power sliding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So getting the car to carve the turn and not scrub speed. Like you're where you just like lift off the gas, not touch the brakes, and just
Mhm.
let it carve it.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's where I'm at. So this weekend and next weekend, more stuff to play around with.
Heck yeah.
And and fancy new decals.
Oh yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
So-
we already talked about it.
Yes.
For the audio listeners only, like showing us how he's sponsored by one of the best tire companies in the game, J Concepts.
If not the best.
Yeah, starting this year, I'm incredibly thankful, and I cannot wait till outdoor season at this point.
Me too.
Yeah.
I don't have the countdown,
And
but gosh, it's only got to be like
soon.
120 some days.
So
Dude.
I made a mental note to where we're halfway there
Yeah.
already. We're
Yeah.
halfway there.
Yeah.
Or over halfway.
Yeah.
And we already went through what is it, the winter solstice? So
Yeah.
now the days are
Yeah.
already getting longer.
Yeah, I think the last
So-
one was like December, like end of December there, right?
Something like that. I don't know. I just know when I leave work at 5 o'clock, it's still daytime when I get into my driveway.
So,
So-
on
That means golf is coming back, outdoor racing's coming back. So yeah, can't wait.
on the opposite end of the baby car stuff, I've been branching out to adrenaline to,
No, okay,
Right,
nobody
big
cares.
cars.
Moving on.
Yep, no one cares. It's your turn to get interrupted, even though it's always you.
I know.
Do you have more to add to your boring carpet stuff?
I'm just gonna see myself out. I'll see you guys later.
Thanks for
Oh,
joining us.
actually, yes, there is, and this stems off of wow, I can't think of the name. The podcast with Tom and all them, because they were talking
Northeast.
about
With NERP?
yeah, NERP. That's it.
NERP,
Yes, I
yep.
apologize, guys. My bad. But Vin was talking about ride height on their podcast, and it's actually very interesting. That was another thing that I've been playing with, and I was talking to them in their chat when they were streaming it. Ride height is incredibly sensitive on these stupid little cars.
It makes sense.
It is, but I would start the day off coming from running pins to going to slicks at 12 mil, 12, 13 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I end up on 15, 16. And it every half millimeter, I'm not even kidding, half millimeter ride height completely changes the car. It's stupid. But I never realized how much it affected the car. And as far as, going from that extreme to one to the other, I never would have guessed it. I knew it added, more, weight transfer and stuff like that, but actually being able to feel it going in half mil increments to 1 mil increments is ridiculous.
Setup changes on intent scale are definitely more feelable right
Oh,
away,
yeah.
I would say.
Oh yeah, any link change I do, it's only 1 mil shims, and it's stupid that you can feel that difference.
That is crazy.
But yeah, no,
No, Vin's
No.
little segments he does with setup advice and all
Yeah.
those tech tips he does on all of NERPs. If you haven't, Northeast RC Racers podcast, check out all their episodes. Listen to the whole thing, but especially when Vin gets all science mode. I learn a lot just from those myself,
yeah, and Vin's definitely one of those people I'm glad I met because I like picking his brain, and I'm
Mhm.
going to do it more this summer.
Yeah.
Amazing
Especially
guy.
'cause he
That's
pits
super
right next to
helpful.
us.
Yeah, super nice.
Yeah, so he pits right next
smart.
to us too. So
Yeah.
great.
Vin should get his own YouTube channel and just
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
setup advice and stuff like that.
He's
And then whether it's RC cars, motocross, sport bikes, all that, he's
he's
Yeah,
our
right.
American JQ, but he's not an asshole.
the opposite.
Sorry,
Yeah.
JQ.
The nice thing I like about Vin, as well as Lonzo too. Lonzo can do this too, and he does. Is that those two guys will tell you to change stuff on your car just from watching it because they're
Yeah.
better at setting up somebody else's car than their own.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of guys that are good at setup are like that, but they'll tell you to change it, but they'll also
Explain it.
explain to you why,
Mhm.
yeah, and what it's going to affect. So they know the theory behind it and everything, which is great. That's how I learn it. I learned the why, not
Yeah.
Yeah, the why.
I
is
feel like
very
if you
important.
can't explain the why, you don't really know what you're doing
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
to change anyway. So
yeah. I know there's some random shit that I don't know, Lonzo and I have tried on 10 scale, and it's ass backwards to what is supposed to actually happen, and it does the opposite. It's really weird. But going to 8 scale, it did translate, and it does whatever, and then when you read between the lines, it kind of makes sense, but oh well. Alex?
Are you done?
Nope. Anyway. I'm just kidding. Yeah.
All
So
right.
Taylor, where's your E-Truggy or your Nitro Truggy?
I
That's
don't
a good
have a
question.
truck.
The box says otherwise.
Yeah, is that
It's the second. It's the
Can you
blue
read
one.
it?
that's an
There's
8TR.
probably like a big glare.
It's an
No.
8TR on the shelf back there.
It's literally
Is
zero
it?
glare.
Yeah,
Oh.
I can see an 8TR.
It's
Oh.
quite a perfect picture.
Mm.
I'll have to turn up these lights.
Anyways, I'm chomping at the bit to talk about running A scale.
Hey, Mike. So, what's your favorite color?
Personally, I mean, I really like white, orange, and black. Because it's on my paint scheme. I think
Oh, yeah.
you're probably really big into pink and blue, right?
No, actually, probably flat black would be my favorite
Flat
color.
black.
If you're, yeah, if you were to
That's
ask
that's
me.
a good solid pick.
But all right, I cannot drive a black car though because my eyesight sucks, and I would just drive it straight into the pipe. So, but
yeah, yeah.
I also do like vibrant colors like that. Things like blue, pinks, and the highlighter yellows and whites. I think they flow together pretty well. So,
Yeah, I mean they look good on your body, so
You
oh,
know
thank
what's
you. I
crazy
appreciate it.
about this?
but
Is I can just edit all this out. Just edit
Oh.
every time you guys talk out.
nope.
That wouldn't make a fun podcast.
I'm gonna edit
though.
the edit.
Yeah.
Taylor will
Add it
just
back
delete the
in.
Facebook page.
Yeah.
Who can rage the hardest?
I'll just delete the server too.
And just like that, this is the last episode.
Yeah.
We're joking, of course. We're having fun.
Okay, I'm done
Okay,
for now.
A scale. It's time. Started out. Gary took me to Adrenaline back. It was right before Christmas. I can't remember if I even talked about this on the podcast, but we went down for just a practice day. So much fun. I just practiced my e-buggy. It was pretty close. I went there still set up for like
Wait, wasn't that
LCRC.
with Gary?
Yeah. Isn't that what I
He
said?
did say
you
Gary.
were- Did he? Okay, I thought he said
Yeah.
somebody else. Okay.
And then I was about to interrupt and be like, "That's before Gary became top 10 two-wheel
Yeah.
drive in
Yeah,
the
we'll
world,"
get into that.
And I was going to go into a tangent about that, him and the Clash, but we'll actually let Alex have a little bit of time in the mic.
So yeah, went there. Very vanilla setup. Went all day, and I got down to 19s, which is pretty quick for that layout. It was warm that day. Made a lot of changes, good changes, and then I had to do the whole wide pivot thing before I went down next, the techno thing, and what a difference! I cannot wait for them to drop the actual parts. Holy crap! This car was so fast. I went down for the New Year's race, and I BQ'd, drove it off the
Whoa,
track on the
let's
first
go back.
lap.
So
I
much people
BQ'd
like
twice.
myself
I BQ'd
aren't
twice.
e-
I BQ'd
aren't
twice.
even like the techno nerds and
Oh.
stuff like that.
Oh.
We don't even know what wide pivot is and what it does and all that. So just touch on that.
Okay, so what everyone's doing is it's exactly how it sounds. We're taking the C and D block off the truggy, putting that on the buggy. So they're a little wider, so your
Hinge pins.
hinge pins, thank you. Your hinge pins sit out a little farther away from the diff case. And then we're using 2.0 e-buggy 2.0 A arms because they're a little shorter than the 2.2 arms. So that balances out your geometry. You got to grind them out a little bit so it has hub clearance. Then you got to put the big like 6mm spacers, I think they are, on, so then the wheel clears the A arm. But after you do all that, Jimmy John, you got this wider pivot. And maybe one of you two can explain better than me on why.
You've
The
got
gist
the
of it.
knowledge. So
Well, I know
just
what
go
I'm
ahead,
doing, but like
what was
actual,
the car doing before and what was the car doing after?
the car was not rotating. Like it wasn't like I might explain this completely wrong. I have most of an understanding, but like it was kind of lazy. Like it would turn good, but the rear just had so much traction, and like no matter what you do, you cannot take traction out of the rear. And by the time you did get traction out of the rear or put traction in the front to steer, then the rear was like very loose and unpredictable. And so doing this, it made it to where it actually rotates, it actually snaps around, but the rear doesn't lose traction. It stays flat, does what it needs to do. And like the best way I can describe it was from the last race. There was like the center, like almost like a wagon wheel, and it was a hairpin here off a jump, and then a hairpin into the wagon wheel, and he wrapped around and then went over another jump. After that second hairpin, when I just would snap the brakes and then grab the gas, and that would break my rear end loose so I could be in a nice power slide. And I didn't even have to apply steering input. Just with throttle control, I could four-wheel drift up against the pipe, away from the pipe, through traffic, wherever I wanted to. Super controllable, super locked in, and it just carved. Wow, like it was sick. I felt like I was playing Mario Kart. It was the greatest thing ever. And shout out to Will Alameda, because on the practice day before, it was like still a little unpredictable coming off corner exit, and we raised my turnbuckle on the shock tower, my rear camber link, and raised it one hole, and that locked it in on exit and made it a little more predictable, a little more controllable. Helped it go straight and narrow, and yeah, so that's like the only thing
So-
that really changed.
The explanation you get, I mean, it makes sense, but for those, I'd say in simpler terminology, what it does is it keeps the rear end more level. It doesn't let it roll as much.
Yeah,
I was just gonna say it stiffens up the rear end by making
Yes.
the pivot wider.
yeah,
So it doesn't allow the rear end to roll as much. But the big difference with like say doing, to get my truck to rotate, my truggy I should say, we did a shit ton of stuff to the rear end of that truck, right? Including like moving the hubs up, and well, everything was changed. With the e-buggy, you're not changing anything else geometry wise. Everything else is still in the exact same spot because you're running a shorter arm. Like you don't have a wider track width, you don't have any of that stuff. You're quite literally just moving the hinge pin of the A arm out like 2 or 3 mil on either side. So it changes the whole pivot point of where the arm articulates. That's all that's changing. What I've seen and what I've collected from, I haven't tried my car, but from everyone that tried it in the video cars, the rear end stays very flat, and it's really good.
yeah. It's just dialed.
Yeah.
It's sweet. So I'm so stoked to try it outside. I mean, I'm gonna have to take so much steering out of the car, like when we go down to P&B, because we're just doing donuts. But yeah, so that's the car talk. I went lighter on shock oils, but everything else is pretty vanilla.
Is that because the temperature pretty low?
Yeah, that was for
Yeah.
temps. I was down
Yeah.
to 375 front, 450 rear, or 425 rear, somewhere right around that ballpark.
How cold was it while you guys were racing?
The first day, it was probably high of like mid 30s. Probably got down into the high 20s, maybe. And then the second time, it was this last most recent race. It was pretty cold in the morning and night, like probably 10s or low teens. And then during the day, though, it got up to like 40 or almost 40. It got pretty warm during the day, which I was getting nervous coming to Maine, so I didn't run my main till almost 10 o'clock at night. I was getting nervous I'd have to lighten up my oil, but after talking to Lee for a good bit, discussing, fluid dynamics, he said I'd probably be fine. Which it turned out that didn't even matter.
Why didn't it matter?
Okay.
Do you want to go there?
Yeah. So the first race, I BQ'd, and then in the B main, I drove the car off the track on the first jump. My fault. Caught back up, made a couple mistakes. I caught back up like 3 or 4 different times. I was the fastest guy in that B main. I just couldn't stay consistent enough to take the win. Finished third. Whatever. It was a good time. Went back with vengeance. I Qualified 8th overall out of 49 drivers, and the split between first through 15th was like a second or two off. So very tight racing. So I was BQ again. I had 4 hours to check over my car. I cleaned it like 3 different times. I changed a couple parts that were a little worn out. Fingered this car like it was prom night, you know? And went out for the main, did my outlap, got in the grid, tone went off. I was right on it, whole shotted. First jump, money. Second jump, money. Scrubbed. Wheel flew off the track. Evidently, I never tightened the front left wheel. And all that time sitting there staring at the car and fingering it. Front left wheel never got tightened. Ow! After I cried, I realized the mother of invention is necessity. So, I already ordered it on Amazon. Those retractable key lanyards. I'm going to attach one end, the retractable bit, to a 17 millimeter wrench, and then I'm going to zip tie it to my radio. So I'll always have a wrench on me. And before I set the car down, I'm going to tighten the wheels every time. Practice, qualifier, main, every time. I don't care if I just tighten them in the pits. When I walk over to set the car down, they're getting tightened again.
You should buy yourself like a fanny pack and put lug nuts in there
Dude,
too.
I'd rock a fanny pack.
Yeah. Because I'm saying, like, what if you lost a wheel nut? Where are you going to put that? You also going to zip tie that to your radio?
No, that'd be unconventional. But maybe.
See, I would
VR.
just go under the driver's stand at LCRC and use their crash kit.
Yeah. And see, that's the other thing with the radio thing is I got to make the 17 mil wrench like quick disconnect. So if I'm somewhere that doesn't have a crash kit like LCRC, I can just be like, "Hey, fella down there, reattach," and then hopefully I don't doink them. But it's pretty much all I got. So it was fun racing the. I was very fast. I was the fastest so far. And I hate being cliche saying this, but I feel like every time I've been going out the past few races, I've been the fastest I've ever been, which is a good thing, I guess. So I'm just very excited to keep learning, keep improving, keep trying new things. And yeah. My next race might not be till P&B, so.
Really?
Yeah, unless I can squeeze in adrenaline before that, which I know I won't be able to in the next, like, month, so because I'm taking an off weekend. We're gonna go do Roundy Round next weekend. Then
That we are.
Altoona, I'm announcing for their big race, part of the Pennsylvania State Carpet Championships that Sean Duffy and Dog Days is putting on. Shout them out.
Yeah, Schaefer's.
Yeah, it's Schaefer's. Make sure it's Postal Railroad Productions, Dash for Cash. That's always a big race for them in Altoona. Schaefer's hobby shop. Check it out. Schaefer's full steam ahead. I'll be there on the mic. It's gonna be a great time, and it's a qualifier race. So if you win, you qualify to race at the big race at Richfield in March, Pennsylvania State Carpet Championships. I digress. But yeah, Motorama. Then there's a blank weekend, and then I'm back at Richfield for that. I'll be on the mic for that race, and then a month after that.
Do you have to be qualified to race at Richfield?
No, there's a
Okay.
championship class.
All right.
You have to qualify to compete for the state championship. If that makes sense. Like you can still
It's gonna
anyone
be like one heat or one class of those champions.
yeah. It's
Racing for the title.
yeah. It's only the golden ticket holders.
Sorry to sadden our viewers, but I am not in the running for that championship.
Neither am I.
Neither am I.
I think he's doing a thing where it's like you're gonna qualify normal, and then how like the golden ticket holders for 17.5 Pro Buggy will seed for the champ race as they qualified, like type thing. I think is how he's doing it. Don't quote me on that though. Just check out the
That makes
Facebook
sense.
page.
Yeah.
Anywho's, that's all I got. For that. Anyone have anything?
I got one thing, non-RC related. I was kind of curious, just talking bullshitting with you guys. You guys watch any like TV shows, movies, anything like that
Yeah.
recently?
Well, like Landman,
Yeah, I was actually going to talk about
like
that.
the
And then,
the
like,
physical therapist.
oh no,
I like
no,
her.
I wasn't going to go
I
into
like
detail
her.
like that. So I won't talk spoilers or something, but I really enjoyed season 1, but season 2 I thought kind of sucks.
Ooh. Now, are you in the boat of you think it sucks because it's not so much a TV show based on like oil drilling and whatnot and roughnecking, or
Well, I worked in the oil
right?
field, so even season 1 was far off from some of the reality
Mhm.
of some things. But I like season 1 a lot because the writing was really good. It was like super like funny, witty, smart ass type stuff.
Mhm.
And then season 2 was like not quite so much that. It was more of the widow, and she's all upset. The husband passed away, and then Tommy's dad passed
Spoiler
away,
alert.
or yeah,
Mother.
mom passed away, blah blah blah, and then the father is all. And I love Sam Elliott, and I wish that they would have written him different to be like Tommy, like a funny, smartass type person,
He is.
witty and a little bit of a badass. But they just wrote him off as somebody that's like depressed and barely living his life and stuff like that. I don't know.
I don't know. I thought they nailed it personally.
Yeah.
I th-
And then now, pretty sure season 3 won't even have Billy Bob Thornton.
yeah, it's the rumor so far. That's just a
Mhm.
rumor.
You guys watch anything else TV show wise?
I know I have, but I'm trying to remember.
There's a new Game of Thrones prequel that came out, but I haven't had the time to watch any of this.
I saw that, and I love Game of Thrones, and I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, definitely goes down in history as one of the greatest like series for sure.
I watch Fire Country.
Okay.
I think they're done with the last season. I think I'm a couple episodes behind. I really enjoy that. I just got into the Wire.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I never watched that, so I'm
Correct.
binging that. And then School Spirits. That's coming out with a new season soon. And then Yellow Jackets has a new season coming out. It might not be till next year. I don't know. I think that's it for me
Yeah.
in my current TV show watching.
I was just kind of curious about that, and I know probably some of our listeners might have similar interests in like some of the same stuff. So
Oh, I'm super big into TV. I've been getting better at not watching it because now my routine is I get up at 4:45 to go to the gym before work. So my planned routine is try to lay in bed by like 8:30. And I've been getting super into reading. I read The One Thing, Krista. I finished it, and I read that other book I told you to read, Krista. I still highly recommend it. How to make friends and something like that. How to win people and make friends. It's really good, really good. But now I'm reading a military type help belt book. Anyway, point is I read for like 20-30 minutes and then I fall asleep.
would your military type help book be written by Jocko Willnick or no?
I'll just go check.
While he checks that, there's two shows or one show. The 11/22/63 is the name of the show. It's about like going back and what if you stop the assassination of Kennedy.
Oh really?
Yeah.
11/22/63.
Yeah. Like that was it was interesting. It was pretty interesting. Like I mean it's not like a documentary by any means. I think it's actually a new TV show with James Franco.
Well, it was a book
Oh,
wow.
first.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I don't read
It
books.
was
So
a Stephen King book, I think.
it was I thought it was interesting. I liked it. And then there was a new movie Netflix added called the Rip or the RIP, whatever you pronounce it. With Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, and that was actually
Sounds
a
good.
lot better than I thought it was going to be.
I listened to them on Joe Rogan while I was doing the floors in this house there, talk about it. They didn't go into detail, but
Yeah, like it's not what you kind of expected. Like it is a good movie. I thought it was good.
what do you got for Buck Alex?
Oh, it's not written by that person.
Yeah.
The Warfighter's Soul. It's about like how to deal like veterans and how to deal with like how to help veterans that are struggling to, you know, conform to civilian society and stuff like that, and to help veterans conform to civilian society. And really good so far. I'm only 40 pages deep, but I really like it so far. I just was in Ollie's and grabbing a couple things, and I was like, I'm gonna take a look at the book section. Saw that, and reading's cool. Never thought I'd actually say that in my adult life.
I have nothing against it. It's just when I sit down to read a book, I make it like 5 pages and I'll pass out. It puts me to sleep.
Yeah.
So like I'll do audiobooks.
Oh yeah,
But
I love it. I love audiobooks.
I can't sit there and read.
Did you listen to Richard Rawlings' audiobook yet, Taylor? Like I told you to a while ago.
I have not, and I would struggle to because I do not like Richard Rawlings.
Oh
at all.
yeah. Oh, we talked about that. Yeah. Never mind. That's why
Yeah.
you didn't. Never mind.
I'm sure it could be good.
Oh yeah, but
and
if you
he's a very successful businessman, but
It's
I don't
hard-
like him as a person.
yeah, it's hard
so-
to listen to something if you don't like that
Yeah.
person, which I get. I respect that. Anywho's, shall we?
You want to talk RC stuff too?
I wouldn't mind talking some RC stuff too. Oh, I have it wrote down, so it reminded me. The other thing about adrenaline, real quick, last thing.
Uh-huh.
My buddy Anthony Donnelly. Love him to death. Great guy.
Anthony RC.
Anthony RC, yes. We betted $20 at the first race, just whoever would finish higher. Well, he made the A main, I didn't. So, $20, here you go, Anthony. I was back for vengeance. I kept telling him all day. I'm like, Anthony, I hope my $20 is warm because I'm taking it back. He's like, you ain't taking my damn money. I was like, hi, it's going to be my money.
Where did that accent come from and why?
That's how Anthony talks.
Okay.
But, so anyways, I outqualified him. I was in the B main. He was in the C main. So I'm like, in the bag. In the C main, he got kind of lap traffic fucked and Marshall fucked at the same time. So he ended up getting second, and they were only bumping one. And, like, I felt terrible because he had a really good tone-to-tone race. But, like, also got my $20 back, right? Well, the guy I was rooming with, Chris Rupp, ended up not being able to race because he was just too tired and fatigued. He just didn't want to do it. And he was in the B main. So then he was like, yeah, have two people bump, which makes sense. So then two people bump from the B main, or from the C main to the B main.
Jeez.
Luckily for Anthony, he got second. And I'm like, you lucky motherfucker. But I was super stoked because now we get the race heads up, which we like never really got to do. So I'm like, this is going to be awesome. And then my wheel fell off. And as soon as it happened, Anthony was like, give me my $20, motherfucker. It was hilarious. But
That's funny.
Yeah, it was a good time. It was awesome. We got another picture, and just I gotta get that $20 back. I might have to wait till P&B. He's going too, and we'll figure it out. But yeah, I love doing those stupid bets with good friends because I never win them. I lose so much money doing it, but it's fun.
Speaking of P&B and making sure you don't break, you see what Jared Tebow did? As like a demo video. It's nothing new. Boiling his wheels to make sure they don't crack.
I did that
like, really
while
low
I was at
temperatures.
Adrenaline in low temperatures holding a cracked wheel. It's like, son of a
Yeah.
bitch.
So maybe prep for P&B should be something along those lines.
Especially since I'm going to have a brand new Truggy. And it's already torn apart and I can just boil the whole car. I don't know.
It's great to boil arms. I mean,
Yeah.
that's kind of been an old school
Yeah.
secret for a long time.
Yeah. News to me. But yeah, something to think about.
I have a gigantic ultrasonic cleaner that gets really, really hot
Oh,
to
yeah.
the point where obviously you can't put your hand in there. So that's what I do with new arms. Is I just when I'm tearing something apart, I just clean them that way.
Hmm.
Crank up the heat.
I don't know. I think with today's plastic, for the arms at least, um, it's not really like obviously you're gonna break something as you get colder and super cold, but wheels, I like because wheels seem to be like a different compound of plastic compared to like arms of any brand. So, and then of course it's a lot less structure going on there too. But point is, I'm not too worried about the arms. Knock on wood. Hopefully it's not that cold in Tennessee in April too.
It can.
I know it can be.
Yeah.
Like the years that I've gone, it was never freezing, but it was always cold.
Yeah.
The last couple of years, it's been below freezing.
Yeah.
So
Anywho's, moving on. Let's.
So touching on the subject that you wanted to speak about, friendly betting.
Mhm.
Did you want to go down that rabbit hole?
No, I
or
was just saying I like doing it, but what rabbit hole do we
Okay,
have to
yeah.
go down? You have a rabbit hole?
No, I thought that was it.
No, I didn't have a rabbit hole for it. That was the whole thing. I just wanted to say how lucky Anthony is for bumping into the B main, and how much I appreciate Anthony as a friend and fellow racers. He has a lot of help with tips and such. Helps out everyone he can. Anywho's,
so Anthony loosened your wheel nuts. Got it.
he definitely did not. Definitely did
That's
not.
all I collected from that entire story.
He
It was never
definitely did not.
said, but you know.
I never
Yeah.
said that, Anthony. He will listen to this. You guys have a topic, or shall I revert to the list?
Yeah,
I don't
something
have
happened
anything.
in between the time of our recorded Setzer episode to now.
Do tell.
The RC Racing TV
Oh,
Awards
yeah.
ceremony.
yeah.
God. Yeah.
That happened.
Why do you
Yeah.
say it like that, Mike? What was your reaction?
I thought it was the most boring thing I've ever watched. Honestly. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, kudos to the guys doing it and whatever. It's
Mhm.
just, it was not what I expected, and I honestly don't even know what I expected. It just wasn't that.
Alex, what about
Yeah.
you?
I
Thoughts?
kind of share Mike's feelings. Like, greatest thing ever. I hope they do it again next year. I'm so happy they did it. And congratulations to all the winners. All the winners were very well deserving. And coolest thing ever. Like, this is the greatest thing ever, and it needs to be a yearly thing. No doubt. But, again, I don't know what I expected, but, like, maybe I didn't read the fine print right when they were posting about it. I completely thought they'd be live. And it wasn't.
That was another. I think that was most of my thing too. Is like,
Yeah.
it being a recorded, scheduled video launch. I don't
Which-
know. I think it took the spark away from it being live.
I get, because like how much editing they did and how they had like a different person each time announce the winner, and they were always like remote
Yeah.
in their recording station. Like, I get it on an editing standpoint, and then trying to do that live, and you know, you can have some issues there, but you can make sure you have a perfect product and then post it as a premiere like they did. So I get it, but I think they can do it live, and I think it would be a lot better. And I don't. It just like it seemed so. I'm sure it was. Obviously, it's scripted to a point, but like, it seemed very scripted, like completely thought out, word for word. Which, I mean, if that's what they were going for, then you guys nailed it.
That's kind of all their shows, though.
I don't really watch them
I
that
feel
much,
like-
so I don't really know.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah.
I don't either. But a couple of things that I have watched from them, it is kind of, it does feel scripted and robotic.
yeah. Which,
But-
I mean, I'm not trying to talk shit or anything, but just like,
No, yeah, no, neither.
I
am
expected more of an entertainment value. The quality was good, the editing was good, the idea was fucking, knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
They're great characters and great people. I just wasn't entertained. I don't know. Like, and I don't know what would have made me entertained. I can't put my finger on it.
Yeah,
I
I can't give it an
go ahead.
answer either.
I had my
Mhm.
hopes up. I love the idea, and I hope they do continue it. It was awesome. I was super pumped up about it. It was a great idea, but the delivery sucked.
Yeah.
I almost kind of zoned out there towards the last like half, and I'm not even really sure what went on. Some of the topics, the things that we all voted on, I feel like they changed. Like I have um, RC Personality of the Year got changed from what Podcast of the Year was,
Mm-hmm.
I believe.
Yeah.
And also, it makes sense, like we talked about prior to recording this. A lot of the things were definitely European based, um, because that's probably the majority of their followers.
Mm-hmm.
And I was kind of thinking in my mindset it'd be more American based, just because that's where I'm at. I'm surrounded by American stuff.
Yeah.
Um, and also, I really wanted to hear like runner ups and some statistics. I would love to see that, how many people voted, who runner ups were going to be, things like
Mhm.
that. And all we just kind of heard were the winners. They were kind of European based
And a quick thank
results.
you from them, and
Yep.
that was it.
And then that was it.
Yeah.
I mean, Lefty won that, and much well
Well-deserved,
deserved.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%.
Everyone that won was well deserved, no doubt. Everyone that
Yeah,
won the
Yeah.
categories.
absolutely. I was very
It just-
shocked at Schumacher winning the tire.
But
I was just
European,
gonna say
yeah.
that.
Yeah, that one
Yeah.
really threw me. Even being European based, that sounds like a lot of carpet people probably voted.
Carpet, and they race on
Um,
turf a lot there, and
Okay, yeah, that I didn't think about that, Alex.
Yeah.
That's a great point too. Because in my mindset, I'm always kind of thinking dirt.
yeah.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
how the hell did Schumacher tires win?
No, I thought the same thing, but then I started thinking, I'm like, well,
Yeah.
most of their tracks are like carpet or turf or both, and
So I wrote down just a few of these things, and I wanted to get your guys' opinions on who you think should have won this, and kind of more like an American-based viewpoint. Who do you guys think should win Driver of the Year?
See, that my answer to that is going to be why I'm assuming a European on-road driver won. Because I don't know a lot of European drivers.
Bruno won,
Right.
didn't he?
Other than no,
Who won?
Carrot,
did not.
Oh,
I think.
Somebody, honestly, somebody I've never even heard of. I don't know who
the
he is.
dude that won the
Wasn't
E-Buggy
it Marcus
Worlds.
Carup?
I didn't pay attention to the Buggy World, so
Yeah, that's who won E-Buggy Worlds.
yeah, I honestly never heard of him. So, yeah, so like an American giving that answer, I'm most likely going to pick an American driver, right?
Uh-huh.
Just because we see them more often.
A drum roll, please, and a 3, and a 2, and a 1, and who is it, Mike?
I mean, it would either be Dakota Fender, Ryan Mayfield,
I'm going with Mayfield for sure by a long shot over Fend.
but thinking like
but-
driver of the year.
Yeah,
though,
it was just the year
almost-
too.
Yeah, only neither of them, because this other person run the Buggy Worlds, which you would think would be the highest honor of the year. You know,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
so kudos. But yeah, I don't know. It's just it's one of those things. Like I'm gonna stop there because the tire thing is next. I know it is.
See, I don't think for the driver thing, Brock Champlin, I don't even think was an option, was he?
I think you could have wrote them in,
Okay,
if I
because
believe.
I think like,
But
Well, no,
when I
that
was thinking
field-
myself, I would have had him up there as well.
mhm.
well, that
So-
that field I'm pretty sure was blank. You had
Oh,
to
okay.
type somebody's name.
I definitely think Marcus Carup deserved it. If I had to pick someone for this past year, that's who I would have picked. But
Yeah, and I'm by no means saying none of these people didn't deserve
Yeah.
it. It's just not who I expected being
Yeah.
in my mindset as
I
well.
think Brock
Yeah.
Champlin is, right up there, and I think Bruno's also up there too. Bruno's fast with whatever he drives.
Yeah.
And contrary to Mike, and I know where Mike's opinion's coming from, but yeah, I wouldn't have picked any of the 8th scale American drivers really for this past year.
Yeah, it's like the 3 that showed up in the list or whatever that could have won.
Mhm.
I mean, I barely know who any of them are.
Oh,
so like
do you
seeing those 3
remember
names, I was like, oh, okay.
Davey doing the mock of
Yeah.
somebody in jorts.
I think that was at state champs race.
Yeah, at the state champs race, and we put them side by side. Like, hey,
Oh yeah,
winner
yeah,
of E-Buggy Worlds is making his appearance at WOCRC.
Yeah.
Do you remember
Yeah.
that? That was
Yeah.
Davey Mock and Marcus Caro.
Oh, okay. Yeah, over my head.
Yeah.
But like, I honestly expected to see like Canas's name up there or Angara's name as one of the three.
Yep.
You know, if I would have saw like either of those two names, I'd have been like, okay. But
Next one, moving on, if you guys are good with that, brand with the best customer service.
A-Main shouldn't even
Which
been
one?
allowed to be voted on.
Well,
Personally,
that
I
was
mean,
store.
Oh,
yeah, they won the store.
Oh, well,
RC brand.
they shouldn't have
RC
been allowed
brand,
to be
I'm sorry.
voted on. Oh, for that, we'll get
Yeah.
into that later. Yeah,
But
X-Ray
it's
won
kind
it.
of obvious why they won.
Yeah.
Yeah, X-Ray did win RC brand with the best customer service.
I didn't know X-Ray had like a line that you could call to call
yeah.
their company for customer
I've
service.
never tried to deal with them, so I can't.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a shit ton of X-Ray drivers, so
Here's a side note, too, the way I think of things. If your brand is known for best customer service, is your brand a big pile of shit where you have to get parts replaced all the time? That's the first mindset of me where I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, while you're dealing with customer service all the time, is your brand like a big pile of crap where you have to call them all the time, or they're giving you the wrong parts in the boxes and the kits that they ship, stuff like that. So that's my mindset on that. But
Best customer service, Traxxas.
I voted Tekin.
I think I put A-Main down, not even thinking.
Hmm.
Just because I have a lot of, or I have experience with A-Main support and it's been amazing.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Like, yeah. I also voted for them for retail of the year because A-Main should not win that.
I don't think they should be allowed to. Like, well, and this goes into my whole theory where I don't think A-Main should be able to sell stuff and how it should be more on the mom and pop shops, but that's my own opinion.
I voted for
That's
LCRC
who I voted
for
for.
Retailer of the Year. I'm sorry.
Yeah, when I think retailer, or like when they said like hobby shop, online or in person, like I thought LCRC, BeachRC, ACS, A-Main's a distributor.
They're not though. They have a storefront.
Well, but they do, but they're also a distributor.
Yeah, they're a distributor first, storefront second. But now they're storefront distributor track owners.
But it's like saying what's your favorite auction company? And then eBay winning.
You would have to specify like you would have to like say brick and mortar. You know what I mean?
They kind of implied
I'm on
it.
Mike's side as this. Like, I think A-Main is still in the running, though.
Okay. I mean,
'Cause
A-Main's
they have
awesome.
a
I'm not
storefront.
talking shit
They
on
even have a
A-Main.
racetrack. Yeah.
I mean, you take the track out of the equation and all that. It's just you're just talking, hobby shop and sales. Like, I get the whole local hobby shop thing, but I honestly don't think a single local hobby shop would ever win that award because you literally only have your town's people voting for it.
Well, not
So
necessarily.
then I mean, not necessarily, but nobody has the reach A-Main does.
Well, yeah, I agree with that. Which is
So there's your
yeah. Well,
yeah.
it's just my small town mind.
Yeah, I get that.
Again,
But
A-Main's
all
great.
the little local hobby shops would have 300-400 votes or whatever,
Mhm.
but they'd all have 300-400 votes, so they'd all tie. And then you have A-Main with 10,000.
Right.
It's
Moving on from the store, who do you guys think RC personality of the year should be?
Lefty or Scotty, but I think Lefty because like thinking personality, I'm thinking someone that's pushing social
in the
media.
social media
Like,
state.
he's a character.
Yeah.
He's that's personality.
Yeah.
When I hear personality, I think like spokesperson, public, extremely public. Not that Scotty isn't, but Scotty's
Mhm.
he does his
I think
races.
Lefty
Scotty-
is leaps and bounds more public and pushing the RC hobby than Scotty is.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing wrong with Scotty.
No, he does his.
Yeah.
He is a race director, announcer, commentator, guru. That's his
Yeah.
lane, and he stays in it, and he's the best in the business, the best to ever have, and the best to ever will. Lefty's the
As
social media
JQ
cat.
says, stay in your effing lane.
Yeah.
Scotty is in his lane. But I think Lefty is not in his lane, but that's what makes Lefty as great as he
No,
is
and that's
because
like that's
he's
the
looking to branch
personality.
out.
Yeah. And JQ
Mhm.
won it, didn't he, or something?
No.
JQ won something else. I forget what it was titled.
Like influential or something.
Yeah, they changed.
Oh
I
wait, no.
believe.
Lefty won influencer.
No,
Oh,
the one they changed from podcast is the one Lefty won.
Yeah, that's the influencer one.
Okay.
I thought it was personality, but
And then
I think
personality.
personality is a separate one.
Personality was
Okay.
between JQ, Scotty,
Yeah,
and
JQ
Lefty.
Yeah,
all
and
right.
JQ won that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which,
Do you think JQ should have won it?
I mean,
Whew. Sneezed again.
definitely personality. I think you commented on Facebook, Taylor, how he's, or someone did, how he's just like not like active the whole year. You know what I mean? Like he goes on
Well, that was Chris, I think.
yeah, he goes
That
on
was
his
me.
stints. That's one of you. Fuck. Goes on his stints.
It was
and
on
then I-
Chris's
sorry.
comment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, you guys look alike. I get you confused all the time.
I mean, like,
Yeah,
I
it
love
happens.
when he's on a podcast. I could listen to him all day on a podcast, no matter what he's talking about. I love listening to JQ. I love his opinions. I love hearing him be an asshole. I love it. I love assholes like that.
You like his personality.
Yeah.
The reason why he won the award, his personality just resonates. Even what you can love him or hate him, the dude is smart as shit,
Mhm.
and he can be an asshole. He calls himself the village asshole or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he was
Village
for years.
idiot.
Village idiot. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, shit. You look at media from, 5-10 years ago. It was JQ stirring a bunch of shit everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Other people that kind of should have been in the running. Adam Drake.
Mm-hmm.
How many videos he's putting out like daily, all the time.
Jared Tebow, for the same reason.
And
I wouldn't put them in personality though.
okay, understandable.
You think-
And I was gonna go with Aiden Horn in this group.
See, these would fall under influencer.
So do you
Okay.
think personality shouldn't necessarily be a like racer then, Mike?
Doesn't need to be a racer.
RC.
No, I agree.
RC.
It's just
related.
it's just somebody in the RC world.
Okay.
They have to be involved in RC in some
Yeah.
way, shape, or form. Doesn't matter who. I don't know. Anybody. It doesn't matter. It could be someone's dad, but if they're involved in the hobby,
I gotcha.
I wasn't going to bring up tires because I think we all know our answer.
Yeah.
so,
yeah. Still kind of shocked about that, but
yeah. That's all I got on that subject, though.
Yeah. Again, I just want to reiterate, greatest thing ever. We're not talking shit. We're providing feedback. I will say when we're talking shit, this is purely feedback because
We do talk some
we
shit.
do talk a lot of
this
shit.
you guys just heard our conversation that we would just have if we were just sitting across from each other,
Yeah.
just talking about it.
Yeah. And
That's the whole point of this podcast. That's how it all started.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I want
We're going to talk about RCs. We
Yeah.
just kind of record it.
I want everything to be
Yeah.
better in the RC world, and this is how we do it. Is we sit here and talk about it, and then put the thoughts into all the listeners' heads, and then you guys can think and talk about it amongst yourselves, or call us assholes, whatever.
Link a comment down below if we're doing our job or not.
Yeah.
And I know, like, speaking of that, is what Sean Duffy is doing this year. I know I had talked about it last year. It's cool to see that he's willing to give it a shot.
Yeah, things are happening, and
To
then
do,
the whole
like-
thing with it.
yeah.
He's building a series
I-
where we're finding the
yeah.
fastest drivers in this region.
Yeah. Like, I'm not saying it was my idea.
No.
Because it Gary probably wasn't. But it is cool to see that actually happen.
Yeah. And that's all it takes is like, a lot of people can have the same idea, but they don't know the other person has that idea, or
Yeah.
each individual thinks it's a dumb idea and no one thinks it'll work. But then you get a group of people that's like, that's a kick-ass idea. Like someone needs to do it. And then it just takes
Yeah.
that one guy, in this instance, Sean Duffy, saying, well, let's do it then. And then organizing and
Yep.
executing.
Putting in the work and making it happen.
On that note, time for a commercial break because I got to use the potty.
Me too. Thank you.
So, we're going to hear from our friends at ACS, Tony and Colleen, Monroeville, PA. ACS Hobbies.
So, how do you hobby? At ACS Hobbies, we've got everything to fuel your passion and spark your creativity. Whether you're into RC cars, model trains, boats, or planes, we have a huge selection of kits, parts, and accessories. Need paints or tools? We've got you covered. Test your skills on our RC crawler course or race on our oval track. There's always something fun to do. Plus, discover an awesome range of games for all ages. ACS Hobbies is your ultimate destination for hobby enthusiasts. Visit us today and start building your next adventure.
And we are back. Back from the potty break. We have a new segment we're going to try to do every episode of our Driver of the Week. Now, how do you get Driver of the Week? That is a great question because we don't have an answer. So, there may be a reason for the driver being the Driver of the Week. There may not be. Maybe they did really well at this race. Maybe we watched them volunteer marshal or help another guy out. Or maybe they just slipped me $10. However it happens, happens. So, for this week, very well deserving. This one has a very good reason this time. Drum roll as it comes up. It's time for the slowest fast driver of the week, presented by ACS Hobbies. And it goes to...
Gavin Vucino.
Oh, this
aka
is where I need...
Gary V.
This is where I need the applause.
Oh,
Mr.
sorry,
I lost my washer or E-clip
Yeah.
or whatever.
I'm still trying to look up the data that we were talking about. You were going way too fast for me.
Sorry. But
Reason we kind of wanted to pick Gary or Gavin. He took, at least in the A1 main, I forget what, I think he finished 8th overall, but A1 main, he finished 6th place in
At
the
Hoosier.
two-wheel drive mod buggy at the Clash.
against...
Davey Botta took 1st, Chase Lemieux 2nd, Dakota Fenn 3rd, Tom Linderneck 4th, and Aiden Horn in 5th. Then Gary V in 6th. Do you want to list off, Alex, some of the people's ass that he kicked?
The current two-wheel drive buggy off-road dirt world champion, Brock Champlin. I forget who else.
Tater Sontag,
Oh, yeah.
I think
yeah,
was in
yeah,
there.
Yeah.
Another world champion.
Yeah,
Yep, another two-wheel drive world, or four-wheel drive.
I
Was
forget
he
which
four
one he
or-
won. 10
I
scale.
thought he won two-wheel.
Whatever.
Yeah, you might be right.
Yeah, fast guy.
Spencer Rivkin.
Yes, he did. The goat. You know,
The goat.
Spencer, the goat, like the 10 scale goat.
He is not the goat.
Well, he was at one point, but
Okay,
I'm just saying he's fast. You know.
I'm sorry, but I will never in my life say that Spencer is the
Okay.
GOAT.
He's fast.
But yes, he's not slow by any means.
Okay. Point is,
Quite a few fast people.
yes, yeah, local from Greensburg, Pennsylvania, southwestern PA.
His address is no.
Yeah. Phone number and social security number.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, this is a kid that I basically grew up with. We all, well, excluding Taylor, but like we grew up racing with. Literally grew up.
I was gonna say it's more so he grew up with us.
Well, I'm only a
Mhm.
couple years older than him.
yeah.
Yeah,
oh,
well,
that's it, yeah,
I'm
we're
4
yeah,
years
we're
older than
yeah.
him. But
What?
and like local racing with for the past 10 years.
Yep.
He just does this, and he doesn't even like. He's definitely like serial, knows his stuff, super smart, but he doesn't take it that serious. Like you can tell he doesn't take it as serious as he could. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He has moments of it, and you're like, okay, that's the Gary that I like to see.
Yeah, and he's so humble.
Yeah. Yep.
But he also has some.
He's just
quick-witted
like happy,
comments.
nonchalant, kind of on the stand.
Yeah, he's just
you know?
happy to be
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, and I love it because yes, we've known Gary for a long time, but like you're like, hey Gavin, I have a question for you, and just drops everything. What's up?
Yep.
Like
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He is a very special boy.
And now he's got a new title too. What's that new title for his tire sponsor there?
Oh,
He
super
is the 10
executive.
scale team manager.
Super executive
Oh, you-
world manager of
Oh.
10 Scale Promotion Products.
Mhm.
CEO, SEO, FFO, WFO, CWO, ABS, CBS, NBC, CNN.
and
But
the-
to wrap
and
this up,
the keeper of the
super
shims.
soft golf clap. Gary V, great job. We appreciate you. Wonderful. It's cool to have a friend that's like top 10 in the world there, we'll say.
Boo. Boo,
You'll
Gavin.
have to see Mike at the next event. He has your trophy for you.
Yes.
Right here.
What did the five fingers say to the face? Smack.
Yes.
And that concludes our driver of the week.
Yeah, see, like the one thing I like about Gary is that he does golf. So he golfs with, Chris and I, and and we have fun. Jared comes too, but him and Jared will drive together or whatever. But I hate that he's also good at golf. Like
I feel like he could be good at whatever he
just-
wants to be good at.
he's just naturally talented at everything.
Mhm.
And I hate it.
Yeah. One of these now that he's 21, I can be like, all right, Gavin, we're gonna pound him. We're gonna go beer for beer.
Yeah.
He wouldn't do that, and I'd probably still lose, Anyways,
I don't know. You would easily take him.
but I haven't drank in the past month, so like
I think you would still easily take him.
maybe we should just box. You want to box, Gary? Then Taylor wins that somehow.
Taylor would just look at you and you just punch yourself.
Yeah, probably. Jedi mind tricks.
Yeah.
I mean, your fist will hurt less than Taylor's. So
Fight Club stuff, because I'm slightly immune to pain. I'll just let you keep hitting me till you're like completely gassed.
Okay. Noted. Write that down.
he'll just sit there and smile. You're
Yeah.
hitting him. He's just sitting there smiling.
Anyways, moving on. I want to talk more about the Clash since we are half on this topic and bring up the concours. And it is a French word. We learned this. It is a French word derived from a meeting of automobiles. So now it turned into a car show, and we have the concours RC car painting contest, where traditionally everyone brings up their bodies and you have to race the body or else it's not allowed, and some judges vote on the coolest paint scheme off of their own criteria in their own head, whether it's the most intricate, the best color picks, the coolest design, blah 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 blah. And traditionally it is physical judges at that physical event. So Mod Live, being super cool and super modern, took it to another level, and my page didn't save where it was, but they took it to another level and decided to utilize the power of the interwebs. Great idea. So what they did was they took pictures of all those competing in the concourse, took pictures of the bodies, and posted them onto the Facebooks. So gotta do the thing and the stuff over here. So here's the pictures, and they made a post right. Yeah, Clash Champions now live. Go through, vote. So you'd like, put a like in for your vote, and then scroll through the various pictures. So, as we go through, you can see 46 lights for Mr. Ben Decker. There's this other car. There's this sweet old school Gianni. So on and so forth. And yeah, 80 likes, 90 likes, 28 likes, 30 likes, standard, you know, mid to high 100 likes. And here's the problem. 11,000 likes. This one.
Oh, it's got 1,000 more since we looked at
Yeah,
it 3 days ago.
yeah, weird. So then we click on it to view who liked it. You see these names. Okay. Whatever. Sun-kissed easy. Let's just investigate. You guys can't see, but I'm pretty sure the profile picture changed since we looked at it a few days ago too. So they are from Bato Camarines Sur. They went to Arlono University in Pasig. And yeah. Here's their posts. It's a lady. There's a foreign language. Point being that I doubt that person races RC cars or is at the Clash or knows anyone that is in that thread personally. So, further point, this person used the power of the internet to pay for likes or use whatever branding they want. Mike will explain more shortly, to get likes.
Allegedly,
to get likes to win this contest. Is it cool? Is it not cool? No one takes it that serious. Maybe he did it as a joke. Maybe he figured everyone else would get more likes. I'm here for it. It's a gray area. A win's a win, however you get it. I'm here for it. Maybe some stricter rules should ensue when we do a social media based concourse. That's up to the promoters of such event. But Mike, would you like to go in explaining why he has 11,000 likes and everyone else has less than 400?
yeah. I mean, allegedly. I mean, it's
Speculation.
It's way simpler to get. Yeah, it's way simpler to get likes on the internet than you think, or like follows on Twitch or Instagram, whatever. There's sites you can go to and spend, $5 and get 1,000 or 10,000 likes on a post or your profile or whatever. Like, and people do it all the time. I mean, it's one of the things in my past. I'm not going to go into full detail, but was to check legitimacy of people's Twitch profiles, whether it's organic growth or fake growth. And it's very easy to see. You can look up these analytics online of people's stuff, and you see a giant spike in the chart overnight to where it's red flag. I mean, Facebook you can't because you have to be the owner of the profile, but yeah, just one of those things to where if you're gonna do a thing on social media, I almost wouldn't believe half of what you see. So
Yeah.
I don't think I like the idea, but they didn't account for
That.
the internet.
Yeah. Which, again, I think it's really funny. I think it's hilarious. Yeah. But at the same time, it's kind of like there's some really sweet paint schemes through there. And if you want to look through Mod Live's Facebook and see for yourself, I mean, there's some very beautiful paint jobs. And, painting is an art in all forms of painting. And it's like, I still will never understand how any of the painters are able to paint something upside down, inside out, in tight spaces. And, they deserve to be credited, even if it is just a social media applause or whatever. And kind of got discredited from that. So, because now all of our eyes are focusing on bot profiles rather than the cool paint jobs that were there, which is
I would have found
nature,
it
but
way funnier if that person that entered the body and it was a spray bomb. It was just one solid color.
It is
with a couple decals.
It is.
Is it?
It's a yellow car with decals.
Oh, that's it. Oh, okay,
yeah.
Then that makes it even funnier.
Yeah, it is a spray bomb. Yeah. Taylor, thoughts?
There weren't rules against it, so it's the internet doing the internet things. And honestly, I don't get too wrapped up in car show type dynamics and stuff like that. It's not racing. I'm not really into it. Like, I like bodies that look good and stuff like that.
Yeah, same.
And I voted for a few. Um,
Oh, you
but,
voted more than once? Wow.
were we allowed to or no?
There wasn't
I don't know.
anything saying we couldn't. Again.
Oh,
I
there were a
don't know.
couple people in there that I knew, so I voted for
Right.
a few.
Like I voted for both of
And,
Ben's. If I recognized it was Trey Harn's bodies, I voted for them.
and I legit do like their bodies. So
Yeah, and their
it was
RC
an
cars are
honest
pretty cool
vote.
too.
Yeah. But I don't take that too seriously, so it is what it is. There wasn't a rule against it, but kind of shady, and they technically shouldn't have won because they really didn't have the best body for sure. No one's gonna say that. Hey, the spray bomb with a couple stickers
Sweet wheels.
body. Yeah.
They got the I don't know if it's pink or red or the spoke looking non-spoked wheels JC came out with. Forget what they're called. Those Johnnies.
I got a set of those.
Yeah, they're sweet.
Pioneer or
Yeah,
something like
yeah,
that.
that's what they are.
Yeah. I tried them once, but I don't really care for them.
So, in conclusion, shout out to all the amazing painters out there. You guys all do awesome work. Too bad one of them didn't actually win what they should have won.
Yeah.
But,
That's the internet.
Yep.
While we are dishing the dirt, I have another dirt to dish on a silver platter.
Okay.
It's a theme I've been seeing at some different tracks, not all tracks. The ability to enter, to sign up, race, and compete the whole event in both an intermediate or open class and an expert or pro class. So if the levels are like sportsman, open, and then pro, a driver entering in open and pro, or a driver opening in sportsman and then open, and then competing throughout the whole event in both classes. Thoughts?
No, it shouldn't happen. It completely defeats the purpose of categorizing anything by skill level if you can have one person with the same skill enter multiple different skill classes. The only way that I think somebody should be able to enter multiple classes is the 40 plus deal. And then other than that, shouldn't happen. Nope. Totally against that completely. Let's wrap that up and I'll serve it right back to you on a silver platter. Here we go.
So, I'll take your silver platter for a second. So, I agree with Taylor. In my eyes, if you're entering the class, the skill level above where you're currently at, you shouldn't be able to go backwards.
Mm-hmm. The only instance, the only reason I can see allowing this is for more money, because that's another
For sure.
another entry.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the only reason that
That is the only reason, and the only reason I can see someone going backwards is if it's their first time at that track or that event, and they enter. Let's say they enter expert, and the experts are everyone's at least 2 or 3 laps ahead, and that dude just didn't know how fast they were, and he would be mid sort of the sort below him, of the class below, he'd be mid sort and open. I'd allow that as a race director, oh, it's your first time, all cool. But then if he turns around and all of a sudden TQs, then I'm gonna be like, hey man, you're back up. And that it's kind of a gray area there.
I'd let the event play out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If they entered expert and they got annihilated, the next time they come, that's different,
Mm-hmm.
So then they sign up for the class below it, open, intermediate, whatever. But then again, if they're blowing out open or intermediate, then sorry, man.
Yeah, and that's the case I was seeing where these drivers in open/intermediate were, top 5, TQ, blah, blah, blah. And then in expert, they were still aiming. So they're basically just paying for more track time, /sandbagging the open intermediate class. And then
Yep.
To build on this, like this particular race had a lap barrier where if you ran faster than that lap barrier, that lap didn't count.
Yep.
You know, that's a good penalty. But in my mind, now you're just setting up, okay, I know I'm on a heater, so I'm just going to smack the brakes when I come on the straight and slow down so I can stay just above that barrier. When in
Did
theory,
you see any of that happen?
yes.
Okay.
So
So
I
so they were intentionally staying above that barrier.
yeah, so they didn't lose their lap.
But in the higher class, they were breaking that barrier.
Correct.
Yeah. See, I'm sorry, that's bullshit.
Well, I like the idea of a lap barrier. I love that idea, but it should be
yeah.
if you break it 2 or 3 times, like in the whole day, or even like
Kick them out of there.
So, like if the barrier's like a 25-second lap, and the dude has 24.9, but the rest of them are like 25.1s and 2s, and maybe he's not even TQ, he's second or third. Like,
yeah.
you know, everyone has a good heater, but if he does it
Mhm.
2 or 3 times, then you're moving up. End of story. And you're never coming back
Totally
down.
agree.
Not a,
Yep.
not a. Okay, just that lap doesn't count for you, because it's just kind of lame.
There's another. I know we're just talking in generals. So there was another race that I was at not too long ago to where I talked to the track owner like as the day was going on, and I'm like, hey, that dude in that class should probably not be in there. And he agreed. He completely agreed. To where like it was a sportsman class. And sportsman, I completely agree with like how Krista thinks about this, is that sportsman should be for people that like really can't make it around the track.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But this dude, like, he would string together, 6 laps in a row. Like, okay, you're not a sportsman driver at that point. I don't care what your lap times are. You're staying consistently in the line, completing 6 good laps.
Yeah.
Like, you're not sportsman, But here we are.
Nope, I completely agree. And there's been a lot of that at some of our local tracks where people will run sportsmen in another class because, it's more track time. I just want to get more track time. Like, I get that, but you're stringing together good laps. Like, sportsman is for the
Yeah.
people that can't keep it between the pipes, the people that are just starting.
If you want more track time, you run different classes.
Yeah.
You don't run the same car or same scale in multiple
Yeah.
different divisions.
But then a lot of time, those same offenders that are doing the sportsman to intermediate thing, they're running cars all day, so they barely have time to work on their cars. They're never ready. And, it's like, hey, man, if you just focused on one car in one class or 2 cars in 2 classes, and you had time to make adjustments and tune, you'd probably get really fast really quick. Because you know how to keep it in between the pipes, but the car's struggling, not you.
I could argue that against that. I totally agree, and that's not me. I can't run 4 classes, and then
You're going to bring up Brett
do
Butter, aren't
everything
you?
else. I
Well,
am.
no,
Um,
and that's different. I'm saying a beginner, more on the novice side. Brett Butter is definitely not that.
no, he is not a beginner.
Like, I'm saying on the novice side of people just getting into it, like, yeah, they're faster than
Uh-huh.
sportsmen, but they aren't going to go TQ intermediate,
What would you say is the best thing for a beginner to do though?
Focus on one car.
I'm gonna say track time.
Oh, I agree. Get your track time, but when
And-
it's actual
and
race
beginners
time.
shouldn't be doing that many setup changes and stuff anyways.
Well, I agree, but I'm saying, like, this is your person that's 1 or 2 years deep. That, like,
Then track time.
yeah,
Put the right tire on it, focus on driving, and honestly, I think they're probably doing the right thing. It could be argued either way.
yeah. Well, no,
I mean, so Taylor, that's what a practice day is for.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's a great
That's
point.
like when you're at a race event, like say LCRC, and you have 2 days of practice, a day of qualifying, and a day of mains. Your qualifying should not be practice. You know what I mean? Your practice
There's a lot
is
of times
practice. Your
where,
qualifying is
for
qualifying.
me, for years, my qualifying was my practice because
Well, because you couldn't make it to all the practice days. I'm
Yeah.
assuming. Exactly.
Yeah,
So that's
you
totally
work
different.
or it's a single day event and
Yeah.
you show up and
It's busy
maybe
stand.
you
You
get
only
a
get a
lap or
pack in.
two
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, and,
and
and
then
I totally understand that, but that that's I hate it. I mean, that's on you.
Yeah.
It really is.
It shouldn't be
that's
the track or the other
Yeah.
racers' fault.
but in that circumstance for me, I could say if I ran 3 or 4 classes, it could make me a better driver
Yes.
because I'm getting more track time and I'm
Yeah,
figuring
so
out the track more.
so I agree with Alex to where focusing on one car and making that car and getting used to that car, learning it inside and out, and getting very proficient with that car is more beneficial than running 3 different cars that are all different. Yes, you're getting more track time, but each time you hit the track, it's a completely different driving experience.
And the thing you got to learn too when
So,
you're new is
you're-
what tuning does. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
But
And how to
so-
I
feel
think
the
those
car.
people shouldn't even be tuning.
Yeah, so like the fundamentals of driving an RC car, that's easy to pick up. It's hard to go fast. You know what I mean? You can't. This is just me talking. You can't go fast in one car while trying to go fast in 3. You know what I mean? They're all going to progress at the same rate, right? But if you can focus all of your energy on one car, that car is going to progress faster than running 3 individual cars.
And I do think those people will get burnout faster trying to run more classes
Yeah.
and keep up with it.
Especially when they're at club races of 40 to 70 entries and their only time they're not on the stand is when they're marshalling.
Let's say that, and you think about maintenance too. When you have one car, that car is going to be maintained all the time. So your DNF should be very minimal. You know what I mean? So there's that too.
So yeah, I still disagree with you, Taylor.
That's just my 2 cents.
I agree with the track time thing, but I think the beginner, and I think maybe you're not, maybe like we're not on the same page with what we're the type of driver we're talking about. But
Yeah, there's different circumstances
Yeah.
and variables. I'm just saying
I'm referring
there,
to the
there are
driver.
situations where somebody should be running
Yeah.
more classes.
I'm
or
referring to the
make a
driver
benefit.
that can keep it between the pipes, but like you can tell their car's off and they don't really know what they're doing with the car. Like they know how to drive it. And like I always think like you're going to learn better if you have a car that can handle compared to a car that can't. Like I'd much rather hand a brand new person like if I know my buggy's dialed and this dude's never driven a car, like here, drive this, it's dialed. You know, and then at least I know that car is good to make a lap. But like, I mean, I don't know how many times like I'd be trying to help a beginner out and I go to drive their car and I can't drive it. You know, beyond skill levels and not my setup, it's just because the car is undrivable because the setup's so far off because there never was a setup on it because
Well,
they
a lot of that's the basic and the fundamentals of, say, air in the shocks, alignments off,
right, and
The-
that's the
the
thing
very
I worry that gets lost when people try to run 4 classes for a 1-day event that is only 70
So-
entries.
Yeah.
You know, they never take the time to adjust their alignment or bleed their shocks because they got to charge the pack for the other car and they got to marshal and they got to find a volunteer and
I'm gonna throw a name out there, and I know he listens to the podcast, and I talk to him every day. Look at Pookie, Alex.
Mhm.
For how little Pookie got the race the last year and a half, 2 years, he's run one car,
Mhm.
right? He runs e-buggy, but still look at his progress.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Lauren's
He's
made
gotten-
great progress.
Yeah, he's made incredible progress. Like it's awesome to see, right?
Mhm.
We could say that the reason that he's made so much progress is because he listens to the podcast.
Good.
That's also
We are
true.
gonna say
And he
that.
talks to me all the time, and I yell at him.
There's
all the time.
a relativity there, yeah,
Yeah.
of talking to us and listening to the podcast that
yeah.
increase skill level at the same time.
Yeah, and I'm a firm believer to where if he had multiple cars to have to worry about with how little he was able to actually race, he wouldn't have been able to get the feel for his e-buggy as fast as he did.
Mhm.
To where he's gaining the feel, he's gaining the trust in the car. You know what I mean? Like he knows how to drive. He drove oval for years. You know, it's he knows left, right. He knows throttle. You know, It's learning how to race an 8-scale e-buggy. You know,
Learning the discipline.
exactly.
Any closing comments on that?
I was gonna use you as an example too, but you run 2 cars almost all year, so
I've only been running 1 car for the past 5 months, and I think these are the best 5 months
yeah.
I've had.
It is kind of funny though that we're having this argument right now, and your biggest like improvement has been running short course and e-buggy at the same time. When your e-buggy's gotten so much better, and your short course is still short course.
Yeah. I've gotten better at driving the short course.
Well, yeah, because you stopped hitting giant doubles that I kept yelling at you for.
And that's why I'm done running short course. I can't resist.
Yeah.
Anywho's.
So, Pookie, when you hear this, yeah,
I love you, Pookie,
Great job,
forever.
Lauren.
yes, good job, Lauren.
Taylor, you got closing comments on that topic?
Not really.
Anybody have any more topics they'd like to discuss tonight?
I don't remember what we had to begin with.
I got a few more, but we're already over an hour and a half. It's getting to bedtime, so we can save the others for
Yeah.
another time.
Let's save them.
Taylor, anything pressing?
No, I got Yoder text me right now. He'll listen to this.
He will.
Come on, Shane.
I've had 2 Shanes keep interrupting me.
Come on, Shane's. I got to make a overlay of that.
You Shanes, you guys are just nothing but a bunch of trouble.
Shane Nipple's going to text you next.
I just had a message come across. Is that Foki, I think? Runs AE
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Oh, somebody send your friend's request?
I forget who this is.
Anywho's,
Yeah,
Yep.
sorry.
let's wrap it up. Gentlemen, who would we like to thank?
First of all, before Mike gets to it, because he started taking a deep breath, I would like to thank the listeners because he was just about to, and he did it the last time. Took the words right out of my mouth, and I want to let you guys know that I care about you more than Mike cares about you.
And before Taylor could say it, LCRC, we love you guys.
MT Designs, Mike Trehorn.
Yeah,
Paints his bodies.
What else am I
Trehorn.
going to say, Mike? Mike, can you
Mike-
also...
And Mugen
Uh,
for supplying his cars.
Yes, you do.
They make the
great
greatest
things for
cars on
Taylor.
Earth, right, Mike?
I personally drive a different brand currently.
Mike's legally bound to not say that verbatim.
I know. I'm trying to get... I'm like, he's almost saying this, so...
But yeah, Mike, you do a really good job on his bodies. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
MT Designs.
It's actually... So, like, the picture that Toby took of my car here flying,
Yeah.
Mike Trehorn's actually in the background right there.
Oh, that's some Inception shit right there.
Yeah. So...
But yeah, so before Alex can say it, ACS Hobbies, Tony Colleen. Oh, we gonna do? Oh, there you go, and your shirt too. Yeah. Yeah, what Techno, MKS, Tekin, J Concepts, all awesome.
46 RC.
Oh yeah, Toby.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. that's everything.
And cut.
I don't know when we'll record next. I don't know when this will drop, but it sounds like I'm getting snowed in, so I'll work on all this Sunday. But make sure you go support Pennsylvania State Carpet Championships, Sean Duffy Series. They are at Richfield this weekend, which this podcast will be out after that race, but they will be... Or no, they're at Richfield next weekend. Sorry. They're at Richfield on the 31st. Then the following weekend, that series goes to Schaefer's at Altoona. And then the weekend after that is Motorama, which we will be there. So that's it. That was episode 33. 2, 3, 3, 3. Good night, everyone.
Good
That's
night.
6.